Hello friends, welcome back to Mimi's World. Today we have 2 Spooktacular Dollar Tree Halloween DIY, so let's get started. You'll need black paint and 3 blocks. You could use any black paint that you'd like, but I chose the chalk paint because it's a thick coat. Also, you're going to need some of these Dollar Tree decals, and all I did was stick them on the blocks. And really you can use any color combination. You can use different colors on the blocks. You can do different wording. It's all up to you, whatever your preference is. I just chose to do boo. So here I'm taking one of these translucent wired ribbon from Dollar Tree Halloween section, and it's hard to tell, but it's got like webs on it, like a design. So I thought it was super cute. So even though it's supposed to be spooky, it's still cute. So here I just take enough and I just glue it on with a little dab of glue. Try not to burn my fingers. And just let it stay and get it to dry quickly. And here I decided to make a bow. So I take some more of that ribbon and I just bend it, fold it, gather it, twist it, kind of fluff it up. I take a little piece of floral wire and just twist it on, make it secure, tuck it in, fluff it up a little bit, make the bow a little cutesy even though it's supposed to be spooky. Take another piece for the ribbon portion and cut out at the diagonal on the ends to make it look pretty. And I take another piece of floral wire and gather it in the center, putting them together and adding the twist tie or the wire and tucking it in, fluffing it up, put a little dab of glue it on there, and yes guys, this is looking cute even though it's supposed to be spooky. Well, I decide I wanted to add something else. So I get one of these flowers from the Dollar Tree with the little eyeball, and I snip off the little backing of one of the flowers and add a little bead of glue and just poke it in the center just to make it look like boo, little spooky. So there you go. But no, I'm not done. I take one of these translucent soap dishes from the Dollar Tree and put a little bit of hot glue on there and set it on top, set my little foam blocks on top, and there you have it. Okay, on to DIY number 2, my 3D witch scene. You're going to need 2 of these wooden witch plaques and some chalk paint, and again you can use regular paint if you like, but I choose the chalk paint because it's thick. And so you just going to paint the witches. You're going to paint the whole thing black, all of it, the witches, the cauldron, all of it. But actually just one of the scenes you're going to paint the whole thing. The other one you're only going to paint the witch, because you're going to set them together to make it look like there's 2 witches stirring the cauldron. Now how spooky is that? Ooh. So you're just gonna hot glue them together, press them so they get nice and tight, and then I take some of these extra pieces on the floral. There's some bats and some spiders with some kind of weird floral picks on it, some like spooky branches on it. So I take those off my florals, and I'm going to use them to look as if it's coming out of the cauldron. Yes guys, it's gonna be a little spooky. So I just take all of them off. I decide I want more in this case More is better. But you can do less if you want to do less. And you could actually do colored picks too, but I just chose to do the black because of the spiders and the bats on the end. I thought they were super cute. So anyway, turn it over, add some glue, and you're going to place the little picks on there, and you want to put them to where it looks like they're shooting out, so not really straight, kind of put them at a diagonal on the ends, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, like that. I'm putting them at a diagonal, like a little gather, like a little bunch. And so I'm adding some of these tumbling tower blocks on the back. Number one, it's to help secure the picks, and number two, it's going to be a part of the 3D effect that you'll see later on. So for now, that's just going to help keep them on there, but eventually you'll see that it's just another purpose, and it's pretty cool when we get to it. Okay, so now I've got it all assembled, and I decided to take one of these window clings, and it says Hocus Pocus, and I only take off the cauldron. I'm only going to use the cauldron, and so I'm just going to set it on there just to get a feel of how it's going to look and see if it's going to fit perfectly. And it just about does fit perfectly. It's off by a tiny bit, but you know what? I'm good with that. It's not a problem. So now I take some of this Mod Podge. It's the dishwasher safe one. I don't know if it really matters, but that's just the one I chose because it's supposed to be like heavy duty, and I want to make sure that my window cling is going to stay. So I just brush on a light coat, just a real light coat. I don't want to put too much. I don't want it to be milky on the back. So I just add a little bit of the Mod Podge, and so I set the window cling on top and make sure to take out all the bubbles. There's a couple little bumps, and that's because it's chalk paint, and I guess it's because it's got the texture. But again, I'm good with that. That's not a problem. It's gonna look super cute when it's done. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit more Mod Podge just to make sure it's all nice and tight. So I'm taking these two ribbons from the Dollar Tree. They're like a shimmery, glittery ribbon, an orange one and a purple one, and I'm going to give the little witches a little decorative touch for their hats and a little bit of decorative touch for their dresses. So I'll do purple on one side and orange for the other side. I just go ahead and measure them exactly so that way it's easier for me. So I just put a little bead of hot glue on the bottom, on the hem, and it'll be like a trim. So I'll add that on there, hold it down so it'll stay nice and glued, and I'll snip off the ends, trim off the little excess pieces, and I do the same for the other side. I'll put a little bead of glue, and I'll set that ribbon on the bottom of the dress as a little trim. You know, they're spooky, but you gotta make them cute too. So here I'm just trimming off the little ends, and right here it's a little difficult to trim, but I got it. I did a little snip, got it. Okay, so now here I flip it over, and without realizing what color I'm doing for each witch, I start putting on the wrong color. Oh my goodness. Here I'm thinking, oh, this is gonna be a piece of cake. Yeah, I get it on there until I turn it over and realize, uh-oh, wrong color. Wrong color. That was supposed to be the orange one. So, yeah. What you do, you just take it off. Anyway, I'll come back to that. So now I'm taking one of these pizza pans, and I'm going to paint it in this yellow apple barrel paint called Sunny Day. And I'm just pouring just enough of what I think I need, and I just start brushing it on, and I'm gonna coat the whole thing. I end up doing a good 2 coats. Okay, so here I come back and fix. I'll fix the hats. Fix the hats so I get the right color on the right side, orange on that side, and purple on the other. Yes, guys, sometimes these things happen. We have to go back and fix it. But you know, it's okay. It's just a mild setback, no big deal. So anyway, I get the ribbons on there, and they looking cute. And I'm going to go ahead and add some more of those tumbling blocks, because like I mentioned earlier, this is going to have a 3D effect. So I'll add a few here and there and let it dry. Add a little bit more because I want it a little bit higher, and you'll see why. So I'll add 3 on the top, 2 on the center, and 3 on the bottom, just to make it a little raised. Okay, so here's my pizza pan, just about dry, and it's supposed to be like a big harvest moon, or a spooky moon, I guess. And so this is the reason why I wanted the towering tumbling blocks, is to give it that lift, so it'll have that 3D effect. So I glue it on, and it's looking super cute. And there you go. This is how it looks. And this is how it looks all set up. And here I added a tea light on the inside, so it'll look extra spooky. Spooky at night. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe. I have so many more DIYs coming up for Halloween, fall, and then later for Christmas. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Bye-bye.